So we do this in partnership with our virtual expo partners, the state of North Carolina and Volunteer NC. So I just want to give them a quick shout out. Without their help, we couldn't make this happen. So we're happy to be here with you via this virtual expo and share more about our amazing partners that are here today. Next slide. A little bit about the flow here today. First of all, welcome everyone. These sessions are about our partners, our amazing community partners throughout the Triangle. We try to host them at different times of the day and different times of the week so that everybody can come out and hear about their causes and all the great work they're doing across the Triangle. We'd love for you to participate. Feel free to drop questions in the chat as we go and keep muted along the way. We're going to share a little bit about Activate Good and meet our community partners. They'll each have a turn to share a bit about their mission and their volunteer opportunities with you. And we will go into breakout sessions so that you can bounce around to different rooms and learn about their causes and learn a little bit more in depth about those volunteer opportunities that they're presenting to you today. We will reconvene for trivia and a Target gift card prize. So please stick around for that because one of you here will win it. And then certainly we will wrap this up by about 1:15, 1:30, somewhere in there, but we hope you'll stay until the very end so you can learn about all that's going on here. Next slide. A bit about etiquette. I've said this already, but please just stay muted as our partners are presenting. This is being recorded during the main session. This just helps us minimize noise and feedback if you use the chat. And remember to keep things family friendly. We love to work with volunteers of all ages. And a note about trivia, some trivia questions will relate to hints given throughout the presentation today, and others will be your best guess. So just do your best when we get to that portion. Next slide. A bit about how to participate. I see some of you already doing this. I'm going to drop it into the chat. Oh, I see Amber's already done that. Please go to menti.com or you're on your phone or your computer and use the code 64590566 to join us. You can give your nonprofit partners here some love as they share about their cause, drop a comment, and help us play trivia at the end through Mentimeter. Next slide. And these are the faces you're going to see talking to you today about Activate Good, and all of these wonderful partners will also be joining us. But I'm the Volunteer Programs Manager here at Activate Good. Happy to be with you, and I'll let my coworkers share who they are.
Hey, I'm Amber Smith. I'm the founder and executive director of Activate Good.
And I'm Natalie Chevalier. I am the operations coordinator, and I'll be handling all the slides today.
Natalie is the wizard behind the curtain, and we love her for that. Next slide, Natalie. And I'm the MC here today, so I just want to say I feel so fortunate to get to connect with all of you. Just so many amazing, kind, like-minded, diverse folks that we get to work with Activate Good, and it's just been so inspiring to witness all the good that you all bring to this community. Whether it be in person or remote over this last year, it's been a tough one, but you all continue to show up and help out. So thank you so much for all the good you're doing and continuing to do. And I will let Amber share a bit about Activate Good.
Hello, Rose, if you could watch that waiting room. Thank you all again, echoing what Rose said. We're just grateful to be here with you today. It's been a long year, but we're excited to see many familiar names in our list and lots of new names as well. If you're not familiar with Activate Good, we're going to tell you all about it. We are a nonprofit that envisions that we can live in a world in which all people in our communities realize and are taking action on their own power to improve the world around them. So we mobilize people to take action in their communities, to volunteer, to support all of these amazing causes in the Triangle, and we improve our community through what we call people-powered projects for good. Next slide. A little bit about what that looks like day to day. So Activate Good, as I mentioned, partners with over 500 community partner organizations, several of whom are on this meeting today, to identify some of the biggest needs in our community where people power, or where people doing good, serving their communities, can make a meaningful difference. Then we mobilize community members around those needs. We connect individuals and groups to volunteer needs with all of these partners and to tackle major projects that will improve our community. And as Rose joked earlier, we do truly have volunteers of all ages. I've said this in past expos, so if you've been here before, you've heard me say this, but we've worked with volunteers as young as 3 years old before, which is always amazing to see. And then another component of what we do, which is something we've really ramped up over the past year, in part because we are able to do it virtually when we need to, is a community education piece. We've been introducing more opportunities for people not just to take volunteer action, but to learn more about the issues in their community and why volunteer action is so important. When we work together, we can solve problems. And when we are informed and educated on the issues in our community, then we know what actions to take. So that's an important piece of the puzzle that we think we'll be doing a lot more of in the future as well, and hope you can join us for that too. We're excited again to have you here, and I'm going to turn it back over to Rose.
All right, so now I'm happy to introduce our wonderful community partners that are here today. Natalie, if you will flip ahead 2 slides for me. Here today we have Dress for Success of the Triangle. We also have the Durham Public Schools Hub Farm, Meals on Wheels of Durham, Urban Ministries of Wake County, Wade Edwards Learning Lab, also known as The Well, and Zagat Foundation of America. So happy to have all of you here today. 6 awesome partners doing a variety of different things to make this world better here in the Triangle. Next slide. First, we're going to hear from Lauren Norwood at Dress for Success. Please keep in mind she's sharing about opportunities for their upcoming sales in July, but they need you year round and also need you in September during our upcoming month of service. Lauren, I'll let you take the floor.
Well, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you allowing me to be here today. I am totally excited about being able to talk about Dress for Success and our mission here in Raleigh and Durham and the surrounding counties. Dress for Success Triangle empowers women to achieve economic independence by providing a network of support, professional attire, and the development tools to help women thrive in work and life. Yes, I'm looking for people to help take our sale down that we're having July 17th. We have about 6 sales a year where we have summer sale clothing. We just finished up 3 in Chapel Hill. And now this one will be the one-day sale, July 17th, and volunteers will help us take down the sale. After the sale, we have to take all the price tags out of everything that's left in our store because we're going to be finished with our spring clothing and we need to get ready for our fall and winter clothing. So these dates, July 19th, 20th, 22nd, and I did put a couple more July dates out there as well last week that you can sign up for to help. It's all fun. Everybody enjoys coming here and learning what we do for our women, which is we have the other opportunities we have for any individual year round is career coaching, image coaching, helping with our Wednesday webinars. We have mock interviews our ladies and clients attend. We have helped over 17,000 women since we started in 2008 with our founder, Pat Nathan, in our 2 locations. We do resume writing, we do LinkedIn, we do mock interviews, like I said. We have classes affiliated with Wake Tech and Durham Tech that our volunteers help with. And we pay for everything that our clients need, like those training classes. So we rely on volunteers to help us get ready for a sale, take down a sale, do career coaching, do image coaching. The donations we receive monthly, we get donations from the community, we get donations from organizations, we get donations from our worldwide affiliate leader. So all these donations that come in, we need volunteers to help with. And 30% of all our donations are really only used. That's why we need to go through every single item every single thing to look at, because we have to make sure it's in pristine looking condition, because we have clients who come in and we get the donations in and we look at the donations and, oh, that might fit that woman. We put it right on her. She may be going right to her next interview. So we want to be able to provide that to her, because if she takes anything away from us in our career coaching or image coaching, 65% of the women in the first 3 months that go through our programs get a job. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing for us to have here for our women. So we love having volunteers come. We have mom and daughters come. We have father and daughters come. We do have an age limit of 13 that to come with a parent. And then if you are a career coach or an image coach, we ask that you be 23 years old with at least 5 years of experience behind you in some kind of job experience. But other than that, you can be 18 and come help with us. And we love seeing everybody who comes. And we've had quite a few people come through Activate Good. And I've already got one person signed up already that signed up on yesterday, actually, to come and participate in July. So I look forward to meeting you all in our breakout session and telling you a little bit more.
Thank you so much, Lauren, for all that you do. We really appreciate you being here and sharing with us about that.
You're welcome.
All right, our next partner is Melissa with Durham Public Schools Hub Farm. She's the farm educator there, and I'll let her share about all of their volunteer opportunities.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. If you have not heard of us, the Hub Farm is a 30-acre outdoor learning center that is owned and operated by Durham Public Schools. And our mission is to connect the Durham Public Schools community with meaningful outdoor experiences. So we do this through providing environmental education here on our site for students all ages, kindergarten through 12th grade. We also host a lot of community engagement events, everything from fishing to sky watching to hiking, to get families and community partners involved. And we help Durham Public Schools build capacity for outdoor learning at all schools across the district. So our great volunteer needs kind of fall into two categories. One is physical. We maintain this 30-acre site ourselves with a staff of 3. And so we really rely on volunteers to help us with the vegetable garden and the landscaping. And in particular, this summer, we are very excited to have had a new garden fence installed through a grant with Burt's Bees Foundation. And this new fence is allowing us to expand our garden by more than 1/3. So we'll be growing a lot more produce in the years ahead to share with the community. But in order to make that happen, we need to take down the original garden fence that's currently inside of the new fence so that we can go ahead and extend our garden rows and maximize that space. So helping us in our garden is our biggest priority this summer. And other tasks in the garden might be harvesting vegetables. Today we're harvesting squash and cucumbers, mulching our rows, and keeping the weeds down. So if you're interested in getting outside, getting away from Zoom, that we would love your help outside. We also have a lot of needs this summer with data cleaning and analysis. In the past year, we've had a lot of volunteers actually from the pandemic, which has been great to see a lot of community engagement, but we need some help cataloging all of that great activity. So we need help looking through our volunteer records and counting up our numbers, analyzing our harvest data of how much produce went to different partners, and a number of other virtual data entry type needs. So if you like spreadsheets and Excel and that sort of thing, that would be the spot for you. And throughout the year, we also have a lot of volunteer opportunities working with students. If you're interested in environmental education, you can get on our email listserv and sign up to hear more about volunteering with field trips in the school year, as Durham Public Schools is going to be returning in person. So we're very excited to have students back. And I think that's about it. We look forward to welcoming new volunteers here.
Thank you so much, Melissa. We will certainly be sending many youth and adults your way soon. Appreciate you being here. All right, Mary Morgan Mills, I will let you take the floor and share with us about Meals on Wheels of Durham and all the great work you're doing.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rose. Again, my name is Mary Morgan. It's a double first name from the South. And I'm the volunteer coordinator for Meals on Wheels. So thank you so much, guys, for being a part of this. The mission of Meals on Wheels Durham is to enhance the quality of life for seniors, people with disabilities, and other eligible community members who are unable to provide proper nutrition for themselves by delivering meals, offering personal interactions, and providing other complementary services. So what we like to say is that we're more than just a meal. Our complementary services, we deliver pet food and ensure shakes. We actually heard stories about seniors who have pets who were sharing their meals with the pets because they were such an important part of their lives. And we decided, no, like as a corporation, Meals on Wheels said, no, that's silly. So we will accept donations of pet food to be able to help those pets as well. So we can go to the next slide. We do have some remote and in-person opportunities. So our remote opportunities are going to be our wellness calls. So these are calls that can be made from anywhere, your house, your work, on a beach if you want. We're looking for people to make these calls to clients on Wednesdays for data collection if they're going to be home the next week. For delivery. And then on Friday, it's really more of a connection to touch base with the clients. A lot of our clients love these calls. Sometimes we're the only people that call our clients and have conversations. So they really look forward to those. A couple of our in-person opportunities. Right now, we're only delivering 2 days a week, primarily on Monday. We have about 60 routes that go out. And on Tuesday, we have about 2 routes that go out. A little insider information, in mid-August, we're trying to transfer to more delivery days to be more pre-COVID friendly, if you will. So we're trying to ramp up our volunteer pool for that. And if you are a delivery driver, you come to our location, you pick up the meals. We have an app, it's called Mobile Meals. And this app is used to communicate with us here at the office so that we can help communicate with the clients and social workers. It's a great way to collect data and really assess emergency situations if needed. Right now, the boxes are bigger because they're frozen meal boxes, and we're excited to move more towards our hot meal services. Those are our 2 main opportunities. And then on our delivery days, we also have volunteer opportunities for people to be in-house. So maybe you have a teenager during the summer, you want them to come and hang out with you here at the facility. We need people who can unload the truck with how the meals come, load them into volunteer vehicles, stage them out in our facility. And we always have staff on hand for any questions or comments and things like that.
Fantastic work. Thank you so much, Mary Morgan Mills. But do you want to share a bit more about these here on this slide too?
Yeah, so here are the actual like in-person opportunities. So our unloaders, what they do, they'll unload the frozen meal boxes that come from our caterer, and that usually takes about an hour to unload those boxes. Our inside helpers, they're labeling boxes, especially with our allergy clients. They're organizing fruit and miscellaneous goods such as the pet food and the insure. Right now, we're also in the middle of a boxed fan drive because of the heat in North Carolina. It gets really hot and humid, and we want to make sure that as many people that need fans receive that. So we have been receiving donations of fans. Those get sent out on Monday and Tuesday as well. We also have a greeter. The greeter stands out in the parking lot, talks to the volunteers that pull up to our facility, asks them what what route they're on, and then in the inside, the loaders will load that route based on the route that comes in and bring it out to the volunteer in the vehicle. Once you've got the boxes load up, you're free to go and you're on your way.
Awesome. So there are so many great ways to serve Meals on Wheels, and I love that you all are extending what you do to include their pets. I mean, that's amazing. Thank you so much. All right, I will let Megan and Suzanne share more with you about all the great work going on at Urban Ministries of Wake County.
Hi, my name is Megan Smits, and I am the volunteer manager here at Urban Ministries of Wake County. I'm really excited to get the opportunity to introduce you or share with you some of the information that we have at Urban Ministries. We have a lot of different volunteer opportunities, so we're just going to highlight a few, but I invite you to ask questions if you have them. Urban Ministries of Wake County engages our community to serve and advocate on behalf of those affected by poverty by providing food and nutrition, promoting health and wellness, and by laying the foundations of home. So as you can see with our mission statement, we have 3 big programs that we work on addressing the needs of the community through. Us at Volunteer Services works hard at meeting with all of our volunteers to assess their needs and their interest levels and their skill levels to make sure that we are able to match you in the right experience for you. So we are located in Raleigh at 1390 Capitol Boulevard. And like I said, we have a lot of different opportunities. We fight hunger. That's one thing that we do pretty well here. We work out of a food pantry, and we need food pantry volunteers. These volunteers assist our neighbors in receiving groceries for their household. The selection of food ranges from fresh produce to frozen meals, frozen meats, and to canned goods. So our the pantry volunteers work in the pantry right now, and they help pack boxes and getting food out for curbside pickup. So we support healthcare. That's one of our other programs that we work on. We have an open door clinic, and we rely on the support of medical interpreters. Medical interpreters are volunteers that are fluent in speaking Spanish and English. And right now, this is a remote opportunity. So once the volunteer is trained, we have them call into our telehealth appointments with our providers and our patients, and they provide very important interpreting skills. Also in the clinic, for volunteers that have a nursing license or an EMTB certificate, we have what we call an intake volunteer position. And this is on campus. And right now, this very important volunteer is doing a lot of the COVID screening at the patient's cars before they come into the building. Then they bring them into the building and they get them into an exam room, take their vitals, help with the provider with different things that they may need. Our third big program is our homeless population. We Overcome Homelessness is our last program. And this is a good opportunity for groups within a church, a Bible study, dinner groups, book clubs. This is a great opportunity for you as they provide meals for the women who are sheltering at the Helen Wright Center for Women. So this is done, the meals are created and cooked at your own space in your own home. Excuse me. And then you deliver them to the Helen Wright Center for a curbside donation. Right now we're feeding 30 women because of COVID restrictions, and the shelter will eventually house 78 women. Another part of our volunteer program is our internship program. We have an unpaid internship program, and it's intended to be a continuation of one's educational training by experiencing hands-on learning. Our intern programs has a lot of unique positions in our organization that aren't available to the general volunteer population. We are currently accepting applications for our fall internship program, and on our website we have all of the different job placements for that. So I welcome you to join us in our breakout room to learn more about any of these positions that we talked about. And I hope I can answer some of your questions.
Thank you, Megan, and thank you so much for all the great work your organization does. It's amazing how much you help. All right, I will let Betsy and Pierce take the floor to share with us about the Wade Edwards Learning Lab here in Raleigh.
Unmute. Good morning. I'm Betsy McFarland. I am the executive director at the Well. And as you can see from the slide, we are focused on the high school student community. Our mission is to empower them by providing opportunities for achievement, enrichment, and service, enabling lifelong academic, professional, and personal success. A lot of what we are focused on is direct service to our young people. High school students are often kind of left out, we believe, and also sometimes they're a little bit prickly, and so volunteers looking to work with high school students and come up alongside them to support their student success is really important. So we a lot of our opportunities involve academic support and then also the enrichment piece. So I'm going to let Pierce talk a little bit about his academic programs. He's our achievement lead and the person that you would work most closely with regarding those opportunities.
Yeah, thanks, Betsy. Excuse me.
We lost you, Pierce.
Having trouble with my video. I'm not sure why.
It's okay. The slide's up there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so hello, everyone. I'm Pierce Watson, the achievement lead at the Well. We have a few different programs going on the achievement side of things. But for these purposes, we have a pretty sprawling tutoring program, which is the first one here. We largely depend on work-study college students and community volunteers to work with students. Tutoring is a pretty flexible commitment, but a somewhat long-term commitment. It's flexible in the sense that tutors can choose however much they want to tutor. So whether it's 1 hour a week or 10 hours a week, it's very flexible in that sense. But it is a sort of school year-long commitment to work with those students. You do receive training, stuff like that, check-ins, all that. So you are supported as a tutor at the Well. We also have a program called LEAP, which focuses on college and career readiness. And so that program is a mentor-based program. So it's essentially group meetings that we have with the mentors and students that I lead, and then weekly sessions, one-on-one sessions with mentors and students. So both of those programs have in-person and virtual opportunities. So if you are interested in signing up, you will be able to choose which you would like to serve under. And then the last opportunity under the achievement bucket is the financial literacy workshop series. So we need some folks to come in and speak and work with high school students on the various financial literacy topics that we're going to be covering. And that is an only virtual opportunity. Yeah, kick it back to Betsy for the other couple.
Thanks. I think the other important piece to remember for the Well and our services is that we not only focus on the academic and post-secondary support piece, but we are really also interested in developing our young people as young people, right, in supporting their social emotional development. And so in these next two opportunities, advocacy and action and well-rounded, are very much speaker opportunities. Again, likely both in person and virtual. And the purpose of advocacy and action is really to help our students find their voice, to develop their commitment and to advocate for things that are important to them, issues facing our community, ways in which they can connect and support, whether it's public speaking or holding signs or writing letters or volunteering. We want them to understand that our community depends upon them. So, very much like Activate Good, ours is a bit more, I think, more intended to focus on that skill building piece. So we'll be looking for speakers to talk about their own advocacy journeys and how it is that they got connected to causes and the ways in which they find themselves impacting in our community. Well-rounded is very much an opportunity for teaching soft skills to the high school students. There's a lot of information out there about developing 21st century skills, and those really involved communication and team building, leadership skills. We have heard from employers that they can teach the hard stuff, right? They can teach the technical skills, but what they really want are employees that know how to talk and know how to interview and know how to have a conversation, know how to work as part of a team. And so well-rounded is our opportunity to help our students develop some of those soft skills, again, with both practical application through speakers and volunteers that come in to the well. I think there's one more slide. Nope. There's not. So I hope that we are able to talk with several of you in our breakout room. We can answer some specific questions about the opportunities, and we have some things posted on Activate's Good website. And we will also have some in-person opportunities for the month of service in September. Thanks.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Pierce and Betsy, for all you do to empower and advocate those often prickly teens. We appreciate what you do.
They are prickly.
I have two, so I know. Thank you. All right, next we're going to hear from Batul and Naima about the Zakat Foundation of America and all of the opportunities they have for you to serve with their organization.
Hello, everyone. My name is Batul Fatima, and I am the programs coordinator for Zakat Foundation of America. So Zakat means charity. Zakat Foundation of America is a US-based charity organization that channels the spirit of giving, that is charity, into a global vision of social development. Some of our initiatives are food security, clean water, emergency relief, and refugee empowerment. We have impacted over 45,000 North Carolina residents so far across 34 counties in North Carolina. We have an active collaboration with the governor's office, the Duke University, Cricket Wireless, and the list goes on to help us in our commitment to uplift the North Carolina community. Our diverse group of volunteers are dedicated to positively changing lives. In a few moments, you will see where we would be dropping a link. It's a sign-up link on a couple of activities that happen at our location in Durham. It's a community center where all of the magic happens. The sign-up sheet would, or the sign-up genius link would indicate how you can volunteer at the center. A couple of opportunities when you sign up would be creating cards for seniors. So as you can see on our screen, we have given out over, well, the number is 2,600, but recently we've done more of those handmade cards in the last few months to various assisted living centers. And this is one of the remote opportunities that we have anywhere in the world you are. If you are artistic or not, you're welcome to create joyful, cheerful cards to send out to seniors living in assisted living centers. The other opportunity we have is the in-person hot food distribution at the Garrett Center apartment. Again, this is an opportunity for you to help us with distributing warm meals to those who are less fortunate. Also, we've been consistently volunteering to benefit the folks at the McDougall Terrace Apartments, again, with the hot food distribution. A couple of our other opportunities are tutoring. So like Betsy said, prickly high schoolers. That's the key word today. So we have an excellent group of volunteers who are dedicated to tutoring middle school science, helping write college essays, and math. So we have this group of volunteers who are always dedicated to being able to provide impact to other students who need a little bit of help in math, science, or chemistry, any other subject. So we welcome volunteers of all ages to come in at our community center and tutor the other kids who would need help in certain subjects. And I'd like to, in the end, thank Activate Good for this opportunity for us to highlight all of our initiatives and work, and we're looking forward for you to join our breakout session to hear a lot more about our local outreach as well as our international outreach.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for all of the wonderful change making you're doing across America. Thank you. All right, we are right on time, 12:40 for our breakout room. So at this point, once they open, you will click the option at the bottom of your browser window for breakout rooms. It looks like the 4 little squares there. You will join the breakout room from the organization you'd like to know more about, and repeat that process when you'd like to join another organization's breakout room. We suggest switching rooms every 8 minutes or so. So we will drop in the chat, just give you guys a nudge to kind of try out another room if you'd like. If you want to stay in one room the whole time and talk to one of these great partners of ours, feel free. All right, and in these rooms, you're going to learn more in-depth information about the opportunities you just heard about and these amazing causes. To return to the main room hosted by us here at Activate Good, you will simply click the Leave Room button, and that will send you right back to the main room. And we are going to remain here in this room to help those of you that might need assistance just getting from room to room or have questions. So the Activate Good team will be right here for you along the way. I will let Amber open up those breakout rooms.
All right, I'm now opening all 6 rooms. You can move to the rooms that you desire, and if you have a problem, stay here and we will help you. Looks like folks are finding their way, and our community partners make sure that you are also in your respective rooms to greet your people.